If you use failure the right way, you will continuously be empowered by it at the same time. Ever felt like life knocked you down and you didn't know how to get back up? In this video, I will share the exact steps that help me heal, reset, and come back even stronger after a personal setback. So let's talk about setbacks and what they can mean for different people. So a setback can be you falling off your routine, failing a class, losing a job, or even dealing with a breakup. We all deal with setbacks throughout our life, multiple times in life, depending on what your goals are and what you consider to be a failure. It could be something as small as you didn't get the engagement that you wanted on a recent video, you know, but it happens. Failures happen, setbacks happen in life, but the most reassuring thing about setbacks is everybody experiences them in different phases of their life for a different duration of time. It happens, y'all. So, something that really helped me is just feeling it, feeling the setback, taking in a failure, taking in a breakup, like really going through the motions, y'all. Because you really can't heal what you don't allow yourself to feel. One thing about me, honey, I used to bottle up my emotions so much that like I wouldn't even speak. I will shut everything down. Like as soon as something happens, I experience a setback, everything is shut down. Like I'm going silent, I'm going into my reclusive nature. Solitude is everything, but sometimes too much of it can be unhealthy. There's a lot of healing in expressing, talking to someone about your emotions and how you're feeling about a certain setback or situation, or failure that you're going through. I have found so much healing and peace just talking to God. When I was younger, I would talk to my friends a lot. If you have like a great support system like that with a friend or family member that you can go to, that's great. Me, I just found a lot of solace in when soon as something happens, a setback or a failure, to immediately like go to where I believe my help comes from, where I believe my comfort is, and that's just going to God in prayer, even in the moment while it's happening, like talking to God, like God, the situation is going on right now. Please help me in this situation. Um, Even if it doesn't turn out the way that I want it to turn out, Lord God, just protect my heart and protect my emotions, Lord. Just help me get through this. And then we can get to like the healing part. Bone. And then maybe after that, after I talk to God, I'll call someone that's just a part of like my support system and talk to them about it, because it really does help. Because sometimes I may be going through a failure, or I may be going through something emotionally that's affecting me emotionally, but it's almost like my body hasn't responded yet. So now I'm just ruminating in my head, like, and it's just going on like replay in my head. And there's something that is going on in my brain where I'm not even able to express it. It's almost like my brain is trying to compartmentalize, like, where do I put this so I don't completely explode, because I'm not a very expressive person, like vocally. And that's when sometimes I need like my friends and my support system to come through. You know what I mean? Like do a mood check. This is what's going on. Actually, I'm glad you asked, because now I can take it out of my mind and I can express it vocally and like just get it out of my body and energetically like get it out of my body basically. So that's something that I'm still working on, like doing that temperature check with myself when I feel myself ruminating, to vocalize it or start journaling. I used to do that a lot. I have so many journals that's like packed away in my storage unit. That's really good too. If you don't have anybody to talk to when you feel your brain kind of ruminating on something, start writing it down. Start writing down what you're feeling, and sometimes what you're visually seeing in your mind. All about releasing stress in any way that I can, whether it's exercise, whether it's crying it out, whether it's journaling, talking to someone, all the things, girl. Because sometimes we need all of them. Sometimes we need to work out, and after we work out, we need to link up with our friends and have like a whole vent session. Sometimes we got to bring out the whole arsenal, right? This is a great way for me to release. So I'm going to allow myself to cry. I'm not going to try to hold it back. I was someone who would try to hold it up and hold it back. But now it's just like I breathe and I just let the tears flow when my body needs to release that. Healing is so important. And I think when you do the research and you realize what releasing trauma can do, or failure, or just negative energy around you can do for you. It's like, dang, the quicker you realize that, it's like, dang, the quicker I can heal and move on to the next thing. Don't spend so much time in that dwelling place of negativity. Be angry if you need to be angry, right? Do all the things that you need to do. And then it's time to reflect on what that situation taught you. And I think when you can ask yourself that, what did this situation teach me? Now there's a shift. It's a shift mentally. The brain controls the body. If you can even say it out loud, you're switching the signals of your brain from dwelling on the failure or dwelling on this setback. Now you're taking it into conflict resolution mode. Let's think about what we learned from this situation. You know what I mean? Let's start learning. And that's another thing. You want to be excited about learning things about yourself, learning what makes you tick, learning your emotional triggers. That's really important, y'all. Like, it can help you in so many situations not be triggered to the point where we're making like another setback. You want to start separating the event from your identity as a person. That thing happened, but that is not attached to who I am. Yes, I may have done this, but moving forward, I'm going to do something different. And from that setback, I'm actually going to reflect on the things that I need to work on to build better character, to make better choices, build your discernment, and start learning things about yourself and continue to empower yourself. Learning is empowering. Like, you're coming up with your own little formula, your own little antidote to dealing with setback. Now you find yourself not dwelling in it too long. Now you find yourself quickly pivoting, not being so reactive, but letting things roll off your shoulder. Like, okay, now you find yourself giving yourself positive affirmations as soon as like something happens that wants to take you in a different path or make you feel like a failure. Think about what the lesson is in the setback and in the failure, because now you're getting closer to growing as a person, because you're taking all the energy off of victimization or even self-blaming, and now you're empowering yourself, doing like a transference of energy. Like, now I do have control of the situation because I'm making a choice to, right? I'm making a choice to think about the positive. I'm making a choice to use this failure as a stepping stone. You're collecting data to help yourself the next time a failure happens, because it's going to happen. That's inevitable. You know, sometimes life just lifes, but we can control how we react and how we receive it and how we move through it and heal from it. And I think that's been like a life key for me. That's when my healing process started, for sure, for sure. And I started thinking about, hey, that happened, but what can I do better? You know, shifting your perspective. I mean, that's just another life key, honestly. Like, that's been one of the best things that I've done, is just learning how to shift like that, like learning how to shift. As soon as I feel like I'm giving someone too much energy or a situation too much energy, it's like, girl, come on, we gotta move on. We gotta move on, baby, because this is not it. Something that I've been working on lately is when something happens or a situation happens, I think, how can I win in this situation? How can I win in this situation? And when failure happens, or let's say I just posted a video, it didn't get it didn't get the views that I wanted to get or the engagement, I'm thinking to myself, what can I learn about what happened with this particular project that I can take into my new project and perfect? You know what I mean? Like, it's very empowering. If you use failure the right way, you will continuously be empowered by it. At the same time, another key that you can do to heal and grow after a setback is your habits. Those daily habits can shift everything for you. Like, just like I talked about in my last video, if you haven't checked it out, I will put it up here in the cards. Movement is so important. When you have that energy on you of failure and just feeling down on yourself, you're probably having some negative self-talk. Going outside, the sun has done wonders for me after a setback. I'm gonna have to rebuild myself up, and a movement was a big part of that. Movement changed the game for me. Going outside, I start feeling better, being able to walk, moving my body more. Y'all saw in my other video, like, my eating habits have changed too. Like, I'm fasting again. I like to fast for at least 16 hours. So I eat between 11 and 7 and then nothing else, you guys. I try to stay away from dairy and sugar as much as I can. I'm not that restrictive, but I don't eat as much of it as I used to, basically. Eating better, you know what I mean? Having a whole fruit, having a protein with every meal, and drinking lots of water, girl. I love water. So I drink a lot of water. I have water bottle right here, even when I'm filming. Like, and if you are new to movement, even if you're sitting down, if you're watching TV, like move a part of your body. Just move your body. Even if you just move your legs, just start moving in some capacity because your body needs it. And it really just helps with that brain chemistry, boosting your mood. You will feel a lot better. I guarantee you. So you want to really regain control of your life after a setback. I always used to say chaos creates confusion. Now you're making bad choices, dwelling on the setback and allowing yourself to fall into bad habits. So regain control. Start with a good morning routine. Start trying new things to see what you do like, to see what boosts your mood. For me, it's definitely walking. For some people, it's journaling. Could be gardening or skating or getting outside or reading a book. Like, start figuring out what you can do to really grow as a person. Start working on one goal that you always wanted to work on. Like, start taking the steps to reach that goal. But you can always start small habits. If you just want to make sure that you get your hair done, start taking control in small ways. Small habits will build you and really build that mental fortitude and really, really help with your healing process. I like to watch different videos or different podcasts of people encouraging me and motivating me exactly where I am in my life. You can watch sermons, you guys. Start the habit and send those signals to your mind that you're in that healing process, that you are looking for the content, you're looking for the music. Be mindful of like the energies around you, from the music to the food you eat. Be mindful of your consumption in general. Don't doom stroll all day. Try to get up. Try to start your breathing exercises. Try just stretching in the morning before you even touch your phone to just start regaining that control of your mind so you can move forward. You really want to start shifting your focus at this point from what used to be, what was, what happened, the breakup, the job loss, and now you want to start thinking about what's new. Honey, what's to come? Like, what's the good energy that's coming? What's the new things that are coming to me? Like, how is God shifting me now? What's the next thing that I'm supposed to be working towards? In this moment, now you want to start a reward system, whether it's going on a solo date, whatever it is that you've been like waiting to treat yourself to, you're just creating this new lifestyle for yourself. And it becomes fun to like reward yourself with things because you deserve it. You don't have to wait on a soul. Like sometimes you got to just ignite that discipline, pull it from deep within, and then reward yourself. Reward yourself after, because like you push through that feeling, that negativity, building your resilience, right? For the next thing as you grow. Surround yourself with growth. Go watch people that are motivating you in the area where you need help. You need to start curating your environment. Don't listen to too much low vibrational music. Now is the time for your healing process, for your growth, right? Find those podcasts that's encouraging the girls, right? That's just gets you hyped up, like that really gets you hyped up. Like, damn, like, girl, I needed that. Sometimes we need a little tough love too. You've been complaining about the same thing for years and it's still not done. Like, get up, let's get it done. Do you want to be in the situation that you were in last year? Do you want next year to look like this year? No? Okay, well, now you need to start working on your habits, start working towards your goals, start growing, start healing. You know what I mean? Leave that situation in the past, whatever it is. Leave that job in the past, leave that man in the past if that's what's holding you back. It's literally holding you back. If you can like visualize yourself being held back and you can see what's holding you back, that failure that you keep thinking about, whatever that was, you feel it holding you back, but it's literally you and your hand holding on to it. And all you have to do is let go. Like, you need to start visualizing that in your mind. Like, I'm holding on to this failure. It's me that's holding on to it. And all I have to do is just let go and start moving forward and start walking forward. And don't look back. Start doing that, y'all. So you can start shifting and seeing progress. This book helped me so much. Made me feel like somebody literally understood exactly where I was. And that's the kind of support that you need during this healing journey. Get the literature, listen to the podcast, right? Listen to the sermons, pray, take advice from God, affirm yourself, forgive yourself if you made a mistake, if you stayed too long in a relationship, if you stayed too long at that job, if you made a bad investment. Like, be compassionate with yourself. These are the things that I've been working on and growing in. And I want you guys to have like the same experience so you can be more productive and heal and grow. So y'all, down in the comments, I want you to tell me, what's a setback that you have faced and what helped you grow?